There was only one road between the kingdom and the sea, and that road went around the quiet hill. It was long, but it was safe. One morning, he called his sons, his knights, and the people of the kingdom to his hall. Near the doorway stood Walter, a thin stable boy with rough hands and simple shoes. He came only to listen, not to compete. Father asks for the impossible. The second prince stopped even earlier. He looked at the rocks, the sky, the dust. There must be a smarter way, he said. I will draw a plan for a tunnel. Today, I climb nothing. He returned to the castle to work on maps. Two knights made an attempt together. They lifted their shields and pushed forward, but the wind broke their formation again and again. Soon they also returned, breathless and defeated. A pair of merchants walked a few steps up the slope, felt the wind tugging at their clothes, and decided the prize wasn't worth the risk. The sun rose higher. People watched the empty hillside and shook their heads. No one had reached even the middle. Walter stood in the crowd, his heart beating fast. He whispered to the king, "Your Majesty, may a stable boy try?" The hall grew quiet. Some men began to smile in a cruel way. He saw fear there. He also saw something else. A small flame. "Yes," the king said. If I fall, he thought, I will not fall far. I will stand again. The flag stood in a crack between the rocks, shaking in the wind. Walter lay flat, pulled himself forward, and grabbed it. He held it close. He did not celebrate. He simply breathed, then began the descent. Now the wind felt different. He understood its rhythm. It no longer frightened him. When he reached the foot of the hill, The crowd fell silent. Then cheers rose like a wave. The king stepped forward. He took the flag from Walter and placed a hand on his shoulder. "Today," the king said, "a stable boy climbed what princes and knights would not face. You did not wait for the wind to calm. You did not look for an easier path. You walked toward the hill." He turned to Walter. "Tell us," the king said gently. "What did you learn up there?" Walter answered quietly. "At the bottom, the wind felt too strong. But the more I climbed, the more I learned how it moved. The hill did not change. The wind did not change. I changed." The king nodded. "Remember this," he said to his sons, and to the people. "Obstacles do not come to stop us. They come to train us. If we run from them, we remain small. If we face him, we grow stronger." From that day, a new road was built over the hill of heavy wind. The king asked Walter to help, for he knew the hill better than anyone. People crossed it slowly at first. Some were afraid, but each time they climbed, they grew braver. My friends, we all have our own hills of heavy wind. Fear, pain, doubt. If we always walk around them, nothing changes. When we face them, te sape, oes. Obstacles are not here to break us. They are here to make us strong. And remember this, the hill in front of you is never the real enemy. The real enemy is the quiet voice that tells you to wait. If you listen to it, nothing in your life will ever move. But when you take one step toward the wind, your world begins to open. Not because the challenge becomes smaller, but because you become bigger. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. Your support gives strength to create more stories like this. See you again with a new tale.